Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world and when you're watching this presentation. My name is Bruce Atherley. I'm the Executive Director for Cotton Council International. Many of you know us as Cotton USA, and I've been the Executive Director for 5.5 years. I've had the privilege of meeting many of you in your countries, and unfortunately, because of all the travel restrictions we've had this last year due to COVID, which obviously has had a devastating impact on people and businesses around the world, we have not been able to see you personally as much as we would like. Therefore, what we decided to do is do this update on a virtual basis so you could at least know kind of what's new with U.S. Cotton, what's new at Cotton USA, because we do have some new services that we are offering that I want to make sure you know about. Now, the two words in the title of my presentation, sustainability and transparency, are the two words that virtually every global brand and retailer we talk to around the world is focused on these days. And the third word, which we are going to talk about today, is profitability. Okay, how to drive increased profitability for your business as we come out of this terrible COVID year. So my agenda today is as follows. We are going to first talk about U.S. cotton organizations because some people get confused about what the different organizations do, what their missions are. Then, as I said, I'm going to go through our new services for mills, manufacturers, brands, retailers, our licensing program, the new U.S. Cotton Trust Protocol, Cotton USA solutions, and traceability, and then summarize. First, U.S. cotton organizations, okay? A lot of confusion about who does what. Cotton USA, or Cotton Council International, we represent U.S. cotton. Our only mission is to really promote U.S. cotton, and obviously we do that by working with all of you around the world to help you in your business. Cotton Incorporated was incorporated in 1972 out of Cary, North Carolina. Their mission is to increase global cotton consumption through promotion and research. They do a ton of work around the world, big efforts obviously in Asia, but also in Turkey and Europe, and again, a big partner of CCI. SEPEMA is an organization out of Phoenix. It's been around since 1954. They represent all the SEPEMA growers in the United States, which is about 3% of the crop, all extra long staple, finest cotton in the world. The National Cotton Council is kind of our big parent organization, if you will. The National Cotton Council, or NCC, represents the 7 segments of the U.S. cotton industry. They're also, so they're our policy-making arm, they're a member services group, and they also are the lobbying arm for U.S. cotton. None of these other organizations lobby, just the National Cotton Council. And finally, a new organization, the U.S. Cotton Trust Protocol. It's not part of these other 4 organizations, even though we all support it. It's its own independent organization created in 2019 out of Memphis, Tennessee, and is responsible for the management and administration of the U.S. Cotton Trust Protocol. Now, all these are nonprofits. We don't buy cotton. We don't sell cotton, as you know. So what do you do if you want to buy cotton? Well, you go to one of 2 of our other organizations in the U.S. First is ACSA, the American Cotton Shippers Association, which currently handles, all the members of ACSA handle more than 70% of U.S. cotton shipments domestically and abroad. They offer a large array of services to cotton buyers around the world, including expert risk management services, logistics of global delivery, etc. So terrific organization. And then there's AMCOT, which is again another terrific organization of our 4 U.S. cotton cooperatives, Calcott, Plains Cotton, Staple Cotton, and Carolina Cotton Growers Cooperative. They represent the production and marketing of its producer members' cotton, okay, and it's their direct link into global cotton markets. So those are the 2 organizations through which you can buy U.S. cotton, and I know you guys are obviously doing business with many of these members already. So now let's turn to CCI Services for our U.S. cotton customers. What do we offer, to you? Again, one of these has been around for a long time. That's our Cotton USA licensing program. But 3 of them are new within the last 3 years. That's Cotton USA Solutions, the Cotton Trust Protocol, and Orten. And we call this the complete U.S. cotton package. Okay? This is a package of benefits that we can bring to your organization to, again, drive profitability, make you more sustainable, make you more transparent. That's really what this is all about. Quick note on licensing. Many of you in the audience today are Cotton USA licensees. If you're not, you can become one. You just have to use up to 50% or more U.S. cotton in one of your products, and we can license you. It's free of charge. And that mark, by the way, then can be used point of purchase or on the garments as a hang tag. When we did a global consumer preference study, we found that that mark was preferred 4-to-1 over just a generic 100% cotton label. And nearly 2/3 of consumers said they were willing to pay more money for products with the Cotton USA mark. So again, it's free to you. We hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, our newest program is the U.S. Cotton Trust Protocol for Sustainability. This was formally introduced in September of 2020, so really only about 8 months old. And many of you have asked me, Bruce, why did you create the protocol? Why didn't you join, or align with one of the existing organizations? And the honest answer is we created this because U.S. cotton farming is unique, very highly mechanized, technologically advanced. U.S. growers are using iPhones, iPads, variable rate fertilizer application, water sensors, other precision agricultural tools that give them the ability to precisely measure their inputs because, again, inputs are, money and cost, so they want to control those. But it also gives us the opportunity to provide actual quantitative data on sustainability metrics, which can help us drive continuous improvement. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. And so this is really, a program designed to fit, again, the unique United States model. Quick executive summary. I know the print is small. I mentioned it was introduced in September 2020. It's designed to set a new standard for sustainable cotton production. Not a better standard, but just a new standard. And this will help us achieve our 2025. We have 6 environmental sustainability goals for 2025. We're the only country in the world with quantifiable goals. U.S. growers fill out a questionnaire with 120 questions about their growing practices. They commit to continuous improvement. And then they input a portion of their fields, their acreage, into a quantitative tool when they finish harvesting. Okay, this is the field print calculator. That's a field to market tool that we use. Okay, then they're also subject, by the way, to both digital and physical random audits through an independent third-party auditor, which is Control Union. The real uniqueness of the protocol is the quantitative measurement against benchmarks. It's data. Okay, so the growers are entering all their data into this field print calculator to show them the impact of their growing practices on the environment, but also then it allows us to aggregate it up on a national level. Those results are going to be available to you guys if you're members of the protocol as a vehicle to show how you're supporting cotton sustainability. There will be also a trackable credit system. Okay, again, very unique. We just announced a partnership with Textile Genesis, and that organization will work with the SEAM and the U.S. Cotton Trust Protocol to create supply chain transparency that truly will be unparalleled and will allow a brand to see their entire supply chain at a glance. So that's being piloted, started in June, will be up and running later this fall, early 2022 for everybody. And again, we're really excited about the opportunity that's going to have on the supply chain. This is one graph, lots of data on here. I'm not going to go through it all. The reason I show it to you is this is an example of the kind of data we're going to get out of the protocol growers in the U.S. This is from a 2017 pilot study in Louisiana The green bars up there in the middle show greenhouse gas emissions, okay, against a U.S. 2015 baseline, where the group as a whole tracked in 2017 in Louisiana, and again, versus where the goal is in 2025, okay? So, and again, it shows every grower on the chart, and then if you go to the right of that, you'll see that other chart with the myriad of colors on it. That shows all the components of greenhouse gas emissions. So growers are able to look at that, see how they compare to their peers, their regional benchmarks, their national benchmarks, so they can continuously drive improvement. Again, we've got hundreds of charts like this now coming out of the 2021 crop. We're working through those now. That data will probably be published late summer, early fall. And again, it's a treasure trove of information that nobody else in the world will have. We've got now 340 members around the world. Again, terrific representation from virtually every mill country, again, globally. And then from a brand retailer standpoint, we've had big brands like Gap, Next, Byford, Liverpool, join the protocol. We also have 4 other major global brands that have joined, but we're working through the press releases now. You'll see those start to come out in the next few months. So again, a lot of momentum around the protocol, and it's just going to continue to build. We urge you to join. We really want your support. If you're a mill manufacturer, it's only $500 to sign up. Just go to trustuscotton.org and start the process. And again, one of our representatives in the world will be around to follow up with you with the paperwork. But again, we need your support. We want your support. This is a very, very important program for the United States cotton industry going forward. Cotton USA Solutions. Now, about 3 years ago, we had one person who was a technical person at CCI and actually really understood spinning. But over those last 3 years, we built that team. So now we've got a group of 9 people with over 200 years of experience, and they have one goal for you, our mill partners, and that is higher profitability. Nothing could be more important right now, right? Coming out of COVID is to make more money. This is what the team looks like. They're located in 6 countries around the world, speak a variety of different languages. Jörg Bauersachs, our technical team leader, has worked everything from being, on the mill floor to running large spinning companies in Thailand and Vietnam. And again, this group has got a wealth of experience. Chris Farber came from 17 years, the head of R&D at Tuchler, obviously knows the equipment side. So again, a lot of deep experience that you can take advantage of. Our vision is to be the leading technical cotton spinning consultancy in the world. We want to be mentioned in the same breath, ultimately, as the big consulting firms like BCG, McKinsey & Company, or Gertzi. That's really what we are envisioning. But again, it's all about profitability. The tech team focuses on demonstrating how optimizing the use of U.S. cotton and other mill practices, to be honest, that are applicable to other cottons besides the U.S., results in making more money. Our saying is, it's not about making yarn, it's about making money, okay? And it's all about incorporating the use of best practices, because we have the advantage of being able to see, hundreds of mills around the world. And so we know what works, what doesn't work. And I think we can help you. So there's 5 offerings in total in our Cotton USA Solutions package. They are free if you're a Cotton USA licensee and a protocol member. So again, this is worth thousands and thousands of dollars in consulting services if you take advantage of it. Now, what I'd like to do now is show you just a 2-minute video that highlights some of the aspects of these 5 offerings.
If you're looking for greater profitability, improved productivity, and the latest techniques, look to the cutting edge in cotton, Cotton USA Solutions. This new cotton consultancy was created to take mills and manufacturers to the next level of success. with a team of experts who provide an unmatched global perspective. Informed by our work with over 1,500 mills in 50-plus countries, our offerings can be in-person or virtual and are complementary for licensees. Starting with Mill Studies. This collection of research is based on third-party, controlled in-mill testing and provides hard data to build your business, like new spinning protocols that increased ring frame productivity over 8%, blend insights, and more. Next is the Mill Exchange program that lets you exchange ideas with mill executives from around the world. You'll tour licensee signature mills and share proven techniques in cotton yarn processing. Cotton USA Solutions also offers technical seminars. They provide training in buying, spinning, handling, and more using the latest U.S. cotton techniques from across the supply chain. Next, our Mill Mastery course, where you can gain a new level of expertise with a comprehensive course of study from raw cotton to bale management to quality control to make you a true spinning master. Finally, there are one-on-one mill consults, offering you customized consulting services for proven cost savings from 10 to 25%. Cotton USA Solutions. With Mill Studies, our Mill Exchange program, technical seminars, Mill Mastery course, and one-on-one mill consults, we're here to take your business to the next level. Learn more at cottonusa.org/solutions or contact your representative.
So, those are the 5 offerings. Just a couple of short words about a couple of those. The one-on-one mill consults are really the bread and butter of this. And this, again, brings one or more of our mill experts right into your mill. They can be with you. We say here 1 to 4 days. We could stay longer if we need to, okay? So we did an audit, field service, follow-up visits. Our post-survey audits have showed a 90% satisfaction rate from mill owners, and I can almost guarantee you we can find something in your mill that will help you make more money. Again, we just have the advantage of being able to be all over the world, and again, these guys are experts. As one example, we did a case study of a mill in China where our experts went in and found between $1.6 million to $2 million US annually savings by doing some things differently. They spent 2 weeks in the mill. So that's the kind of impact that we think our guys can have. Now, with COVID, we realized we couldn't do a lot of these physically, so we went out and we bought a piece of technology, and this is a service we call the Virtual Mill Doctor. So we use the Microsoft Remote Assist technology. Okay, you can see this woman is wearing it on her head, and whatever she is seeing and hearing in the mill is being beamed in real time right back to our experts sitting thousands of miles away in their offices. So again, with COVID, your representative, one of our representatives can be in your mill, stream that back, and it gives you the advantage of getting really the entire CCI technical team using this technology. We've tested this now several times in different countries, different mills, and it works really well. You can zoom in, you can zoom out. You really get everything that a physical visit would bring to you. So for the next few months, until we can travel more freely, I would encourage you to take advantage of this as well. Mill Studies, again, we're the only organization in the world doing scientific studies, controlled studies, to demonstrate different aspects of U.S. cotton, from dye uptake to fiber quality, etc. Again, these are available to you. The Mill Exchange program, where we take mill owners from different countries and we send them around to our signature mills around the world. It's a special opportunity for you guys to see what are your competitors doing. And again, these mills have opened their doors. They answer all the questions that you have. So it's a great peer-to-peer opportunity. And again, almost 90% have found that to be valuable. Technical seminars, we've been doing these now for the last couple of years. We bring in our experts, but we also bring in the people from Reeder, Murata, Ooster, Tuchler, so that you can find out what's new in spinning from an equipment standpoint, from a processing standpoint, from a statistics standpoint. And finally, our newest offering are these mill mastery courses. We just started piloting these in Pakistan, I think in January, February. This is going to include, when it's done, 17 different modules with over 2,000 slides covering 24 different subjects. Everything kind of the A through Z, if you will, the dictionary of spinning. And again, all designed with best practices in mind. We're going to have a beginner course, and then we have an advanced course. And we're slowly, finishing these modules. And so probably it'll take us another, I guess, year and a half to complete all of them. But again, very powerful and a great opportunity to teach new people, intermediate people, or advanced people something new. They go into barre, what causes barre, how to control barre, how to eliminate barre, talk about fiber maturity and how the importance of that, how that works, what to look for, et cetera. So they cover, again, everything really from top to bottom for spinning. So again, Cotton USA Solutions, right now we have 5 offerings. We're actually working on a couple of new offerings, which I think are going to be pretty powerful as well. We'll announce those next year. Complimentary, free to you. There's no way you cannot get your value out of this by spending $500 to become a U.S. Cotton Trust Protocol member. I guarantee it. So the last service that I want to talk about today is Orten. Orten is an independent company, not part of U.S. Cotton, headquartered in New Zealand. They use forensic science to determine country of origin for agricultural and other non-agricultural products as well. The way it works is they sample. Okay, in this case, we're talking about cotton, and so they're sampling cotton, which naturally absorbs different levels of chemical elements and isotopes. Okay, and that gives that cotton a unique fingerprint depending on where it's grown. Okay, so then they take those samples, they store all the information in a database. Okay, again, they collect samples on an ongoing basis every year to make sure that the program is up to date. And then what they can do is, again, match either cotton, yarn, fabric, or finished products against the database to see if, in fact, the product is consistent with the fingerprint. Okay? Again, these are some of the places where they've sampled cotton from. This is what the fingerprint looks like. It's a statistical array. So, again, it's not all exact, like one specific point. It's data points that cluster. This is an example of Australia, Egypt, U.S. Supima, U.S. upland. You can see the red Supima is very different, okay, from the Egyptian cotton, which is different than the Australian cotton. So wherever that sample falls enables Orten to then give you a statistical validation of country of origin. Again, they can audit across the entire supply chain. This is another Supima example showing this is kind of what I call pure Supima. They actually have built the database out for all the Supima growing regions in the U.S. They've now completed the similar process for U.S. upland. And so when there's a blend, in this case where Supima has been blended with Indian cotton, it's going to give you a different fingerprint. And therefore, they can tell you 100% this is not a pure Supima product. Okay, so that's a quick summary of how it works. You're probably asking, really? Does this really work? We did a pilot with Orten. We did a blind test with 15 different samples from 4 different countries for cotton, yarn, and fabric, dyed and undyed, and they got 100%. So we're a believer. They're also working right now with U.S. Customs and Border Protection. They don't have a signed deal or anything, but you should know that there's obviously a lot of interest in this technology from brands and retailers because of the issues around preventing products containing forced labor being imported into various countries. So again, I think this is going to become more and more important as we go. So some of the people that they're working with right now, there's a litany of brands up there. But again, a lot of interest in this technology right now. Again, we have a partnership with Orten, and so we are doing some pilot studies to help people kind of get acquainted with the technology, but we think this is just one more part of that complete U.S. cotton package. So in summary, I just want to say that U.S. cotton is the safe choice, and CCI is here to help you realize its full potential: sustainability, transparency, and most important, profitability. We are the cotton the world trusts. We thank you all for your wonderful support of U.S. Cotton. Remember, we're here to help. Please reach out to me, our directors, or your local representative. Let us know how we can help your business. Thank you so much for your time today.